I got pros in different area codes. Area codes. Pros in different area codes. Area codes.
Now you thought I was just 770 and 404? I'm worldwide. Act like y'all know it's the abominable.
Welcome back to the Urban Sports Scene. Wally, why don't you start us off with the Skins in New England? What's going on in Ashburn, DC right now?
First off, we all know that, like you said, Kelly Malcolm, Kelly, he's still hurt. It's not looking good for him in terms of playing Friday, but he does feel a lot better. Fans think out there that he's probably going to get cut. Actually, in all honesty, he has a better chance than what people think. Now, in terms of me as a spectator watching on the defensive side of the field, it looks like Andre Carter and Lorenzo Alexander aren't looking comfortable at the linebacker spot, the outside linebacker spots. So I have so what I'm saying is, like, if you watch Chris Wilson and see how he's progressing right now, it looks like he has a chance to get more playing time and maybe even overtake Andre Carter and Lorenzo Alexander at that starting position. Kareem Moore, as we know, during that preseason game against the Ravens, in terms of a Skins fan, I was scared that he was out for the whole season. In all actuality, he's going to be out only 4 to 6 weeks.
And they signed Tyrone Carter the other day.
Yeah, he still sucks.
He has a good name. I don't know.
I know.
Well, the thing about that, he's better than Chris. I think Chris Horner's going to get cut.
No, Chris Horner is not getting cut. It's they will have a competition. It's going to be a competition between Chris Horton and Reed Doughty for the job. We can bet. We can bet.
You know he likes to gamble, but sticking in the NFC.
The Patriots? You want to go to the Patriots?
Let's stick with the NFC first.
Okay,
Let's get them out of the way.
Let's
get them out of the way. Let's go to the big rival that the Redskin fans hate, Cowboys. Even though DC stands for Dallas Cowboys, but the typical things that happen down in Big D. One thing is injuries. Injuries are really taking a toll on the offensive line. Colombo's out. Colzier's banged up a little bit. But hopefully this is an opportunity for the younger players to step in and get more playing time also. Also, the defensive backfield, the safety position in particular, is taking an injury spot. But at the same time, it's a lot of rookies that they weren't really expecting to showcase a lot that are really showcasing a lot. Barry Church and Danny McCray from LSU, and Mike Hamlin is getting a lot of burn also. So, and with Gerald Sensabaugh's injury, it's really opened the door for a lot of the secondary players to get some burn. But Will, what's going on in Philly with the Cheesesteaks?
I had a quick question though before that. What about Dez Bryant? Is he going to even play in the preseason?
Well, the thing about they're going to pretty much hold him out till the regular season, because the type of ankle injury he has, you really don't want to push that too often, because during OTAs and at the beginning of preseason, he was having a very strong camp, so you really don't want to stress that ankle too much. But Will, what's going on with Philly?
2 words: youth movement. First of all, Brandon Graham, the #1 draft pick, the 13th overall pick by the Eagles, the defensive end, is looking exceptional in training camp. Nate Allen, who they drafted with the 37th pick, I believe that's the pick they acquired in the Donovan McNabb trade. He's flying around in there in the defensive backfield, looking great. Kevin Kolb is accurate. No knock on Donovan, but Kolb is a far more accurate quarterback than him. Kolb just doesn't have the arm like Donovan. Jeremy Maclin, Deshaun Jackson are looking great, catching just about everything, fast. There is some concern with injuries on the offensive line because Nick Cole is out, and I forgot the center, Jamal Jackson. Jamal Jackson's out. He was actually taken off of the PUP list, the physically unable to participate list recently.
Quick question. How's Macklin doing with the shoulder injuries? Is he cool?
He's looking better. He's getting stronger. He looks like he's going to be ready for the start of the regular season.
I heard the Eagles were trying to sign Fred Barnett, bring him out of retirement.
Stop playing.
We was talking about Ronald Cunningham earlier. Hey, Ron, what's going on with the Giants, man? What's going on with them up there?
It's the return of Eli this weekend versus the Ravens. Tom Coughlin seems kind of happy about that. He wants Eli to get in the rhythm.
Where did he go?
Well, he was
ask Brandon Jacobs.
Brandon Jacobs and Jim Leonard, the safety from the Jets, kind of pull him out for that game. Supposedly, the scar's healed. He's getting ready for the Ravens, which I don't think is a smart move. You're playing against the Ravens defense for 3 quarters. They're going to come right after him, just like the Jets did.
I think they're going to at least let him roll at least a quarter. At least get him in the rhythm.
It's the 3rd preseason game. They probably play
Also, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Also happening in Giants camp is there's some secondary concerns now. Alan Ross, he's battling turf toe right now. You know how that can go. He could be out 2 weeks. He could be out 6 weeks.
What's going on with Kenny Phillips with his knee? Because that was a serious injury with them last year when he went out, their secondary pretty much went downhill.
He's back practicing. They expect him to be back for the regular season.
Oh, wow.
If he's not, they signed Deion Grant to go play along Antoine Rowe. But Deion Grant's more of a run stopper. Antoine Rowe's more of the free safety type.
Center field, yeah.
Center field. But the biggest thing is if that defense line is not correct, then the secondary, it doesn't matter who's back there.
How's the rookie look? The rookie Dien.
Pierre?
Yeah.
Pierre's gonna be a specialist.
Okay.
I mean, with
third
him,
down.
he was pretty much green coming out of college. I mean, he got drafted on his potential, but I mean, they pretty much just need to throw him on the field and get some reps.
Yeah.
But the other side of the division, we're going to the AFC East also today. Wally, what you got for us up in New England? Tom Brady.
Tom Brady looks good. I mean, obviously, like a lot of individuals who watch sports or whatnot, when you come off that ACL injury, usually is that you need that 1 year to take to just to rest up, and that second year is that year that that second year is when you get back to form. That leg is a lot stronger and whatnot. Cause I had an ACL injury, so I know about it.
Man, what's going on with Wes Welker though? I got him in my fantasy. He's one of my keepers.
Oh, Wes look good too. Even though I will see in terms of Wes Welker, he'll be at his best next season. That's how I look at it. But he's a slot wide receiver. He's going against threes.
Yeah, he's going to get his catches.
So he's going to get his catches. Go ahead. You want to say something?
I was saying I know Tom Brady doesn't watch the Hard Knocks with the Jets.
Oh yeah.
He already made that comment.
He hates Rex. But like Rex, stand-up guy. He hates him too. I hate Tom Brady too, so I don't even care. But I feel you, Rex. But anyway, in terms of some of the players in camp, Aaron Hernandez from Florida, he looks good. They're very happy with him. I think he has the opportunity to be the starting tight end eventually. I think they have Algie Crumpler starting at the moment on the depth chart. He's number one.
Well, that's their blocking tight end, like what they had with Daniel Graham and Ben Watson.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the pass catching and you got the blocking catching.
Exactly.
Algie be the blocking, Hernandez will be the pass catching.
And he's had a good preseason. They're very happy with his progression. On the defensive side, cornerback Lee Bowden, he's playing good. He barely gets any action in the preseason because the dude's pretty nice out there.
Yeah, big up to Lee. We're gonna hold you down. We know he's from Peachtree County, man. We're gonna look out for you.
Lee's coming off a very productive season last year. He had 5 interceptions, 1 touchdown last year. So I'm look up for big things for Lee, and also Randy Moss is in a contract year. So you know what that means.
Yeah, you're going to pick them in fantasy football. We already know about that. I'm going to take it up to Buffalo right now. They suck. I don't even know what he's saying. Chad Gailey had to lecture some teenagers from talking about his quarterback at camp.
Sensitive.
It's like that. It's like seriously. I mean, it ain't that terrible. Is Trent Edwards that bad? But right now in Buffalo, they have little to no talent. I mean, they're just pretty much playing for the number 1 pick to get, I guess, that quarterback out of Washington, Jake Locker. But right now in Buffalo, I mean, as far as talent and what they're doing up there, it's just C.J. Spiller, they drafted a running back. Marshawn Lynch, he's a little banged up. Fred Jackson's a little banged up bad. At the same time, it's they're trying to figure out what to even do with that backfield. As far as their offensive line, they, for some reason, invested so much money, time, and energy in the guards, but never even had the time to get a tackle within the last few years. And right now, they're really hurting at that tackling spot. On the defensive side, though, I mean, that's probably going to be their bread and butter because the one good thing they do have about their defense, if they have a lot of young, good players on the defensive side, Aaron Maben, Jarius Byrd, who had a breakout season last season, the safety. So, I mean, that's going to really be their bread and butter if they're going to win some games. But, Will, what's going on with the Jets? You know my man Rex Ryan. That's my man. So, what's going on with the Jets?
Rex Ryan, he's my favorite. I mean, basically it's out there for everyone to see on Hard Knocks. Everyone, you can see what's going on with the Jets. Nick Mango just signed his contract. Darrelle Revis is still holding out. David Harris is about to get paid eventually. Mark Sanchez, just from watching Hard Knocks, looks like he has no confidence in himself or his ability. Every time the guy makes a mistake, he's down on himself. So I think that's going to be big this year, and I think that's actually going to hinder his progression in the second year as a quarterback. LT, he's looking like he may, and I admit you were right, Fish. He's looking like he may split carries with Sean Green this year.
I said that too.
We talked about that.
I said that too. Give me some credit.
Yeah.
We dark-skinned brothers. You want to hold me out?
Whatever. We know who's been right in the past. Look back at the episodes.
We dark-skinned brothers. You going to hold me out? Really?
Yeah, you supposed to be Ebo.
Exactly. Behold. Come on.
What else is going on in Jets camp? Is Braylon ever going to cut his beard?
No, Braylon is not going to cut his beard. And their defense, even though they're missing Revis, the defense still looks good, looks exceptionally good. Now, of course, you don't have Revis to take away one half of the field, But Kyle Wilson looks good, and Antonio Cromartie, he got to play for them 7 kids to feed them, so he gonna really come through this year.
Them kids can't feed themselves. They gonna be on special teams. But Ron, what's going on in MIAO with the big boss?
Well, Miami, they think they're a sleeper team to win the AFC East. Chris Henne, they think it's gonna be his break.
Chris Henne, Chad. Get it right.
Chad Henne,
Michigan.
I'm sorry, Michigan. I don't pay attention
Come
to
on.
Michigan. Another talk is Pat White. He's barely played the first 2 preseason games. He had that